lovelies, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jade and this is my crafty life.
Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day now. Set aside.
So I want to start the video by apologising for the noises that you might hear in the background. I've turned my fan off so that doesn't make too much noise, but everyone and anyone is out in their gardens right now. It's super hot here in the UK. We've had so much heat just every day. So obviously it's made everybody go towards the outdoors, and so there's just a lot of general noise from the street and just people outside in general. So I do apologise if you hear example. I do apologise if you hear a lot of that happening in the background. There's not a lot I can do about it. The window's open a little bit. It's just way too hot in here for me to not have the fan on and not have the window open. So I've compromised the fan and had the window open, though it's not doing a lot heat wise. But anyway, let's get on with the video. It has been a long time overdue that I filmed a crafty haul / update video for you all. I just want to stress at the beginning that all the stuff I'm about to show you in this video has not all been bought in one go by any means at all. No way. There is a lot of it to go through. I'm going to have to talk quite fast. But these have been bought over the space of literally a long time. But what I like to do is collect a load up all into one video so that there's a few things to show you all in one go, because it would be a pretty boring haul video if I only had one thing to show you probably. So I've collected up a lot of stuff. I've gone around and gathered a load of my colouring books that I don't think I have shown you, but if I have, I apologise. I did look back at my last crafty haul video I did and I didn't see these books in there, but maybe I missed something, I don't know, but I'm hoping they're not. So I've just grabbed a load of books that I think I have yet to properly show you anyway, or at least introduce that they're new to us. I will film an up-to-date colouring book, like my colouring book collection video, because that is overdue now. There's a lot of them, but it's just getting the time to like gather them all together because they're all over the place. It's going to be a long video. It's probably going to be 3 parts now, so I just need to get organised and get that together. I'm going to just talk through the colouring books quite quickly on this video, but a load of them I will do flip through videos for. So if there's any of them that you are particularly interested in and I haven't filmed a flip through of it, feel free to request that so you can see what is included in that colouring book or whatever. But I'm really happy with the majority of these. There's probably a lot of Colouring Heaven colouring books missing from this collection just because I'm not certain on the last ones that you've seen from my video, and I haven't put them all to the side, which I should have done. So I don't know too far back of like what the new ones are, blah blah blah. So I've got about 3 here of the latest ones that they've just released to show you. But going forward, I am going to be making a note every time I have anything new coming crafty wise to add it into the next haul video. But let's start with what you can see here down below on the screen. So this was actually an amazing Amazon deal, like amazing, and somebody actually posted it in one of the colouring Facebook groups. I can't remember which one it was and I'm really sorry, but I don't know who it was either. I did reply to their comment and said like, thank you so much for making us aware of this. I have gone and bought some. I bought 2 lots of these, and these are Derwent Academy Blendable Soft Pastels, and this is actually the first pastels I've ever owned. I have oil pastels which I've never used. I've actually been looking up YouTube videos on how to use them because I don't understand how to use them very much. They just seem really crayony, but I've got a lot of practicing to do with them. The same with this, to be honest. I've never used pastels before. I've always wanted to, so the fact that these were reduced, I think it was from £10 or like 12, 13, something random, down to £2.50, guys. £2.50. That is a bargain if there ever was one. So I got 2 packs. The other one is not broken. This one arrived broken and smashed. But oh well, they're probably going to break anyway when I use them. So as you can see, these have 24 different colours, and they range through the rainbow scale. I have already tested them out on this piece of card here, and you can't see the white on this obviously. They've got some very pale yellows moving up to like darker yellows, and you've got your oranges, your pinks, your purples, some green, teal, blues, then we've got the browns and the black. The only thing I thought was missing is I don't feel like that's really reddish. We've got this one, and that also doesn't seem too red. It might look it on camera, I don't know, but in real life it doesn't look very red. It looks very orangey, so I think I would have liked to see more red options, but can't complain for £2.50, I'm afraid. I probably will buy some more pastels in the future going forward. Now that I have tried using them, I can really see the full potential of them, and I would love to start incorporating them in my backgrounds. Since colouring backgrounds has always been a problem for me, I've never known what to do for them. I've just always put them off and not really done much to them. So this would be really nice to kind of use for the backgrounds. I've always been a bit scared of them because I know they're really messy and I didn't want to ruin a page I'd coloured or whatever. So I've literally tested them on here. And alongside buying the pastels, I also bought a fixative because I do know that these help a lot with making sure the pastel stays on the paper and doesn't like transfer to the rest of your colouring book. And so far it seems to have worked pretty well. I probably didn't spray it quite right because my partner said that I kind of drowned it and it would have made it go weird. He's shown me a better way of spraying now. But you don't really get much colour coming off. I can't really see any there. There may be just a tiny tint of the colour, but nothing's coming up off the page, which I think is really, really good. So I'm quite happy with this fixative. Maybe I'll come across some others in the future and try them all out and compare them, but for now this one will do. And it's called Prefix Colourless Fixative for Pastels, and it's by Daily Rowney, so it is a proper brand for the colouring community, and I do recommend it. Everything I show you in this video will hopefully be linked down below in the description. I got the majority of it. Well, I normally buy my colouring stuff from Amazon. If not, it'll be eBay. If not, I don't know, you'll see the link. But most stuff I normally buy from Amazon, so head down below if you are interested. But yeah, they have gone back up in price now, I'm afraid, but £2.50 was a bargain. Maybe keep your eyes on those if you are wanting some, because I have no idea if it was a mistake or whether it was a genuine promo, but we'll see if they do it again. So I'm going to show you all the crafty stuff first and we'll move on to the colouring books after, just because that's how the pile is. All the books are underneath, so that's how we're going to go. The next thing I have recently come across for my collection is something that I've wanted for quite a while now, and I do have some other styles in this collection, but I don't have this one, and it's the Monarch pencils by Black Widow, and it's their premium pencils. You get 48 in the tin. I do have some of like I think I got the Black Widow ones. I think I got the snake ones. I can't remember the exact names, but I think the ones I've got are the snakes or something. Scorpion. I don't have all three of those sets yet, but I also didn't have these, and I really wanted to see what they were like. And again, I waited for them to go on offer on Amazon, and when they did, I jumped at the chance. And they come with this really like sturdy, beautiful tin, which I haven't transferred them out of yet. Normally I do transfer pencils out of tins into pencil cases, but I've just kept these in here for now. Maybe I will transfer them in the future, I don't know. But we get 48 wax coloured pencils in here, and I actually really do like them. What I've found so far is they feel really, really nice to colour with. There's a lot of like palish type of colours. They are very kind of pastel-y, but I have enjoyed colouring with them so far. I need to do a really in-depth usage of them and maybe do a full page just with these to see properly how I feel about them. But so far I don't have anything bad to say about them, which is always a good thing. I do have actually one of the wrong ones in here that ended up getting swapped over, but this is basically what they look like on the inside. You get 2 layers, so you get like all your greens and greys and blues, and then your pinks and creams and stuff. I did kind of mix it so that the darks was in one and the lighter was in the next. And as you can see, they have in the gold foil the stag head there, and then the Monarch name, the name of the colour, and then you get the code. So it's pretty nice. And then they have a really shiny part with the colour on the end, which I think is really neat. We have the black wood, and it's a really matte black along the pencil, which is really nice. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with these. I'm curious to know what everyone else thinks of these pencils though, so do drop a comment down below if you have these and let me know what you think and how you feel about them. I'd like to know some of your opinions on these pencils. I will be looking out for more in the future, and I will be trying to collect the whole set of the Black Widows, but for now I only have the scorpion ones. So I keep saying scorpion, the snake ones, you can see it there. I only have the snake ones for now, so I have 2 more to collect. And I have the skin ones actually, and then I have the other 2 to get, the spider and the scorpion, so maybe in time we'll get there. If you want to see a video using these pencils where we do a page just using these, let me know and I'll be happy to film that for you. But that is my newest kind of colouring pencil pen purchase, and I got those I think a month or 2 ago now. I haven't used them a lot, as you can see. I have been trying to save them for the video. I'm hoping to do a full page of something with them at some point. Okay, the next thing I've got to show you, I can't for the life of me remember if I have already shown you these couple of things, because I did an Artesa order a bit back and I feel like I did show you, but maybe I didn't, I really don't know. But anyway, if you do follow a lot of stuff that Artesa do, they've recently brought out their own version of like colouring books, and when I saw them I was like, ooh, gotta have a look at those. And the one that really stood out to me was their doodle one. They have a few different kinds. I'll link the website down below so you can check out their different styles. But this has actually come, and it actually arrived a lot different to what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting this size. I didn't really look into it. It's not that I'm disappointed, I just didn't really think much of it. And when it's arrived, I'm actually really impressed with it. It comes with this smooth matte cover on it. It's 20, what 20? Where did I get 20 from? 6.4 by 6.4 inches. So it kind of comes in these like square shapes, almost like postcards to colour. But the book is also tied together with this really cute elastic, so it keeps it super together for you, which is really handy. And each page inside is actually detachable. So that's, I think, a really nice addition to a colouring book. You can see that pen does go through, but you can detach them so it doesn't matter too much, or you could just stick card behind. You could just detach it and colour it while it's detached. I really like this doodle version. There's some really cool pictures in there. I can't wait to get started. I've done, I think, 1 or 2 pages, and this kind of book stands out to me as a great book for using markers in, because of the big thick black lines, and I don't know, just a style to me says marker pen. But I will do some with pencil, of course. But I think this is a really good book, and I am actually really happy with it. It's got 72 sheets in it, and it is the unique doodle illustrations. It is their doodle version, they call it, I think, because I think they do some others which is something like flowers and something else. I really can't remember, but this one I liked the most. So that's another addition to our collection, and I'm really happy with it. I know I said I'll leave colouring books to the end, but this is a mini colouring book. Okay, I know I said I wasn't going to put the fan on, but I've had to put the fan on. I'm so sorry. I hope it's not too loud in the background. If it is, I don't know, I apologise. I don't really know. It's too hot in here. Our house, I know heat rises and everything, but our house is absolutely terrible. It can be really cold downstairs. As soon as you get up the stairs, halfway up you hit a wall of heat. It is crazy in the summer, and then in the winter it's freezing up here, but the summer is unbearable. You can feel the heat as soon as you get up here. It's horrid. I don't mind the sun and the sunny weather to like be out in, but when it's in your home and you can't get away from it, it's so bad. But anyway, next up, this is the last thing I have to show you from Artesa, I think. And this is something that I've wanted for a while too. But I've always kind of been a bit afraid. Well, not been a bit afraid, but it's never been on my priority list because I've never tried it before. And it's basically just a watercolour book / mixed media. It's got 76 pages, and it's their premium watercolour book by Artesa again. Cold pressed, dual-sided, acid-free, natural linen bound. It's got expandable inner pocket, and it's ideal for watercolour techniques and mixed media. And I just thought this was really pretty when I saw it on the website too, because I didn't just want to go for any watercolour book. Like, I know it's going to be my first. Let me explain. I've never done watercolour painting before in my life, never. And it's something that I would like to start moving into, not to come away from colouring, just to have again on the side as another thing. And I would just like to start trying it. I want to follow some YouTube tutorials, just have a go at doing some watercolour painting, because as I've got older I've come to realise if it's no good, it doesn't matter. No one's going to see it. practice makes perfect. When I was younger, I was always like, oh no, I can't do that because I'm not very good at it, so there's just no point. But as I've got older, done more colouring, learned a lot of different things, and just learnt to just do it, you know, just go for it. So if you're a bit on the sidelines about trying out painting or watercolour painting or anything yourself, then I do recommend to just go out there and give it a go, because you don't have to show anybody what you've made, and practice does make perfect. So although I'm saying this, I haven't done anything in this book yet, and that's only because I've been waiting for the right moment to get all the paints out and stuff. I've been sorting my business / crafty shed out, and I would like to film it out there doing the painting and things. Well, I might not film it to start with, but practice out there at least anyway, or even do it outside in the sunshine. And I want to look up techniques and stuff first, so I just need a bit of time set by so I can actually give it a go. But I just love the way that this watercolour pad looked like, and I felt like this is a kind of book that you can kind of keep forever and always look back at. It's got a really good quality and sturdy cover to it, instead of having like a flimsy papery type one that may get tatty over time, want opening and closing and painting and water and all that. I felt I wanted something that was way more sturdy and something that I could keep for a long time, because it would be quite nice in the future to look back at your beginning stages and how you were when you started and see how far you've come with it and how much you've progressed and stuff like that. So this is the watercolour pad. It has the elastic again on it, which holds it all together, tied to the back, and it also has a really cute page flag, so that's right nice, so you can know where the next available page is to use. So this is it when you open it up. It comes with this like paper thing around the edge, shows you some more stuff of what they sell at Artesa. But as you can see from the inside of this card, this is the other pads that they do. They do the normal style watercolour pads, and I did consider those, but this actually wasn't expensive. I thought it was going to be more expensive than those, but it actually really wasn't, so it was no-brainer for me. But obviously everybody has their own preferences and things. I just wanted something with a sturdy cover, and I'm really happy with it. So as it says in here, we've got 76 pages, and yeah, I haven't done anything in it yet. The paper feels really nice, and I don't know if I can show on camera very well, but it has all the raised bumps and stuff that you normally get with watercolour paper, and it does feel really thick, very card like. You can probably see the thickness there, super thick pages. You can write on the inside, "If lost, please return," as a reward. I don't know what I'd offer as a reward for my watercolour book, but okay, I guess I'll reward them with my beautiful paintings. In the back you get this plastic wallet, as it did describe on the cover. I actually didn't realise it had this in it, so that's quite cool. I don't know what I'd put in there, but it's quite nice. Maybe if you do like little mini watercolour paintings or something, or I don't know, maybe a little card with some testers of the watercolour colours on it, so you can compare, so you can have a look at like a reference card for pencils but for paint. And then on the back you can see that they've stamped in Artesa there, so I think it's a really beautiful watercolour book, and I'm actually really excited to get going with this. I only have one small set of watercolour paints, it's not a very big set at all, so if I find that I start using this a lot, I will hopefully invest in some more watercolour paints as well, and then maybe even do some videos on it. But that is super nice. It's one of my most favourite purchases. I think I showed you on the last crafty haul video, but these are the watercolour paints that I do have. These are the only watercolour paints at all. I have watercolour pencils, so I guess maybe we could use those in that book. That might be quite cool. I'm not very good at drawing, and that's my problem. And I do have metallic paints, but not just genuine watercolour paints. So I only have 12, as you can see, but it's the general rainbow colours, so hopefully these will be okay, and then in the future maybe we'll get some more. I do have some paint palettes too, and I think they was actually really cheap. I got them from a shop called The Works, which is in the UK, so if you're looking for some, have a look on there. I definitely recommend The Works. They have an eBay shop, and they have a website, and they have walk-in stalls, and they do a lot of crafty stuff really cheap. I really recommend it. I'm sorry for the light shiny over there, that's from the blinds and the sunshine. It's currently 5:45 at night here, and it's going to be bright for a long while yet, I'm afraid. Okay, moving on. I think this is the last kind of non-colouring booky item until we move on to the colouring book. So this is something a bit different, and I wanted something to hold my finished pieces in that I've done that aren't in a colouring book, that are just on paper, on like they're separate pieces of paper, you know what I mean when I show you. I wanted a nice folder to just keep them all in, so I've got somewhere to keep them looked after so they don't get bent, like creased or damaged or just ruined in some way. I wanted somewhere where I could flip through it and just look through all of my finished colourings that were not inside a colouring book. So this was kind of the perfect thing to begin with. I don't have that many that I've done yet on plain pieces of paper. I do have a lot printed off of some colouring pages ready, that just like individual pieces of paper. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, so 20 pockets is perfect for me to start with because that's basically 40 double-sided. And it's an A4 display book, basically. That's all it is. I got it from eBay or Amazon, I don't know which, but I'll link some down below for you in case you want to see it. It's a really nice baby pink, so super curly, and then inside it has the clear pockets for you to put your finished projects on. They have like the weird bumps on them, I'm sure you can see it, but it does the job. So it's very hard plastic on the outside as well, so it's definitely going to look after our finished pieces. This one I don't think I've actually shown you all before that I've completed yet. I've been waiting to take a good picture of it. I can't remember the artist as well, so I need to look back, so I'm really sorry, but they're on Etsy and I purchased it from her Etsy shop and printed it off, and I printed it in a few different styles. There was like a really light grey lines, there was dark lines, there was like barely there lines, all the different variations that the options they give you. I'll take it out to show you because the light's reflecting on the picture. But I was really happy with how this turned out. This was one of the first pieces I tried on craft paper, and I'm really happy with it. Which is why I have actually bought more craft paper, because I love the way that pencils colour on it. They literally smooth together so nicely. The blending is so easy to do on this paper, I'm telling you. If you haven't tried it, try it. They go together like cream. I have pressed quite hard to get these like blending effects, but you could probably just build it up with layers and stuff. But yeah, this is the finished piece. So it's I made her into a bit like a space-ish girl with the purple hair and the purple lipstick. I'm really happy with how her eyes turned out, and her earrings and lips, the hair. I love everything on this piece. It is one of my most favourite pieces I've ever completed so far. I just haven't got around to taking a good picture of that, so I do need to do that. In fact, I'm not going to put it back in there, I'm going to pull it to the side so I remember to take a picture. Okay, some more that I have finished in here as well is we have Winnie the Pooh. I don't think I've shown you hardly any of these, to be honest. I need to take some pictures for the Instagram and Facebook page of all of these. There's not many in here. But as you can see, I started really enjoying colouring on craft paper, so I started doing a few different projects. I felt like this was a perfect yellow for Winnie the Pooh as well. I think it's showing up really fluorescent-y on the camera, but in real life it seems like the perfect colour for Winnie the Pooh. I love it. I love the way his t-shirt came out too. Gotta love the Winnie the Pooh. I really need to speed up. Oh, this is going to be such a long bloody video. All my videos are long though, so I'm sure you're used to it by now. This is another thing that I have done. This is completed with marker pens, and I can't remember the markers that I use now. What's the name of them? I think it's like Winsor & Newton markers, but I can't remember the name of them, like Pro Marker, something like that. That's what I've used to do this. I really wanted to do a honeycomb style picture because I love stuff with honeycomb and things in, and I'm really happy with it. It's not too bad because I've never been very good with markers, and I wanted to have a go at blending. Some of them haven't blended as well as the others. For example, I'm really happy with this blend, but not with this one. But there wasn't a lot I could do about it after I'd already put it down on the paper. But it's going in my folder nonetheless because it is a completed page that I've completed. So whether I'm happy with it or not, got no choice. And then the final piece in here is something that I actually thought I hadn't finished, but I have. Have I finished it? Wait, let me check. I think I finished it. Okay. I thought I hadn't finished it, which is why I haven't taken a picture of this one as well yet. But I seem to have finished it. And as you can see, it's Buzz Lightyear and Woody, and I'm so happy again with how this turned out. There's a few things that could do with touching up, like where I've gone over the black lines with the pencils, you can kind of see where it's gone a bit grainy, so I need to re-go over those lines, or maybe wipe them out and then go over. But I'm just really happy with how this turned out. I gave him a shiny belt buckle on Woody, and Buzz Lightyear, I know I'm just bigging myself up, and I'm sorry, because I never do normally big myself up at all. I normally hate everything I make, but with this one I really took my time. I tried to choose the perfect shade of all the colours, and I just didn't rush it, and I tried my hardest, and I used a picture online for references and stuff, and I'm just really happy how it turned out, especially Buzz Lightyear, because I feel like that green and purple is the perfect colour for his outfit, and it kind of makes it look almost 3D, and I'm just so happy with this piece. So this is also going to get a picture taken of it, and if you want to check it out, it will be on my Instagram and Facebook page, and also it will be on my Ko-fi account if you didn't know I had Ko-fi, or what Ko-fi is. And it's basically, it is a place where people can donate if they want to, but you don't have to. I really like it as using it as a blog, and on there I'm able to post videos, post pictures, just do general posts for everybody in like a blog style, and people can comment on it and like it, and you can also find loads of other people on there that are doing the same stuff. So I really like it just for the blog style of it. So if you did want to check it out, again, it will be linked in the description down below. There is an option to buy people coffee if you do like their stuff. It's a bit like sending like a £3 donation, and that would buy you a coffee, if you know what I mean. But seriously, I'm not asking for that at all, so don't feel like you have to do that. I would just appreciate it if you checked it out and gave me a follow on there. I would love that. So feel free to comment on some of my stuff. Oh, I haven't finished his badge. That's what I haven't finished. So I think that's the only thing. I've just seen it. But yeah, so this will be going up on all of those things, and I need to get a bloody picture done. But so this is the folder, and every now and again I guess I'll probably be showing you a flip through of this stuff just so you can see some of the completed pages I've done. But I actually do need to film as well. I've got such a long list. A completed pages video, because I've never done a video showing you all of my complete finish colouring pages, so I need to do that before I keep doing more. And then what I will do is I'll try and keep track of everything I finish month to month, and then do a monthly video. Yeah, me keeping to a schedule, probably a big no-no. Okay, I know I said that was the last of the things before colouring books, but there's one more thing. I guess it's kind of like a colouring book. So when I've just been mentioning that I've been really liking craft paper, I also got an A4 pad of 50 sheets of craft paper. This is 120 GR, £55 paper, and it's just A4 brown paper, but this craft paper is a lot different to that one that you just saw me using. And so I haven't tried this pad yet. There's a lot of pages, 50 as it said. But this one has like ridges across, like bumped up lines, so I don't know what to make of that, because it doesn't feel like the craft paper that I had before, and I really liked that one because it didn't have ridges. It just, I don't know how to explain it, it's just a bit rough, but this feels really smooth just with ridges, so I feel like when I colour in on here it's just going to be all ridgy. I'm saying ridges way too many times. So I guess I'm just going to have to give it a go, see how I feel about it, and if I don't like it, then I'll either do a little giveaway and send it to somebody, or just keep it to the side as a practice pad or something, because I'm not sure. I did try the pastels on it, and all it did was ruffle up some, I don't know if it's going to focus, ruffle up some wisps of the paper. If you can see, it kind of just roughed it up. Sorry, I have like pen. I did the pastels and I've got pastel in all my nails, so I ended up having to, I chopped a load of my nails down, but I really need to just go to a nail salon. But yeah, you can see that the pastel's just roughed up, so it looks like it's just made all the hair go a bit weird in the paper. So pastels seem to not be too great in the book, but we'll see. We'll see how pencils take to it next. Okay, let's start with the colouring books finally. There is a lot on the list. I'll try and be quick, and then I will film some flip through videos after this video. The first one I have to show you is Dreamlings by Edwina McNamee, and it's not focusing. So this is a really colourful front cover. She does a lot of different books. Some of them have swear words, so if you're not into that, then just a little warning. But this one doesn't. This one's full of dreamlings. And I wanted a book. The reason why I got this one is because I wanted something that... that's something else I've got too. Sorry, getting sidetracked. I also have some new pens. Where are they? I don't have them here, so maybe that's going to be for the next video, but I also got a set of, I think it was 50 Crayola tip something, super tip pens, something like that, basically marker pens. And I wanted a book that looks like it's great for using marker pens in, you know, with the something you could use bright colours and just, I don't know, this just looks great for using markers in. And I wanted something that I could just practice my blending, try using the markers and then doing the shading and going over the top of that with pencils, stuff like that. So that's basically my reason for getting this book in the first place, and I actually really like it. I haven't done much in it. As you can see, half of the book has the black style pages and half has the plain paper, and so that obviously shows you that they are repeated, so there is all individual pages in there and then they're all repeated again for the second half but on the black paper. And the images are really cute. They've got some really cute unicorns and cats, and there's a lot of mushrooms in it. It's kind of just like a wilderness wildlife style pad. You can see that where I've used some of the pens in it a bit, and I didn't do a lot, but it's not too bad. I'm quite happy with it. I didn't get it as a book for a big try hard type of thing anyway. I wanted it to do a lot of practicing in and have a go at different techniques and things, so it's definitely going to do its job and I'm pretty happy with it. So if you want to see a proper flip through of that, let me know. Dreamlings, it will be linked down below. Alright, the next book that we have had recently is this one. It's called 100 Flowers and it's by Special Art colouring book. This was one of the books they've recently released that wasn't mandala styled, and I'm really happy with it. I've got a lot of practicing to do for flowers. There's a lot of different techniques I'm wanting to try with flowers, such as mixing colours I would never normally mix, or using reference pictures online to improve the flower look, stuff like that. So I'm actually really happy that I have this. Plus, look how thick this colouring book is. It's super heavy and it's super thick, 100 pages, and they've just been so generous with this. If you did buy it at full price, it isn't expensive. There are some mandala styles inside, but I'll just be avoiding those. There's a lot of different styles inside the book, so you can choose from many different styles of flowers anyway. You can see here where I've tried starting one of the roses. But yeah, that's where I've given one of the flowers a go so far. As you can see, there are so many different style flowers on the inside. But yeah, there's a lot of flowers in here I wouldn't colour, but there's also a lot that I would. And obviously with 100 pages, it's going to be something for everybody, so it's amazing. It's going to be used as a book that I basically practice my techniques for flowers on it anyway. But I'm really happy with this, and I've been meaning to do flowers, and the fact that it's so thick and heavy just makes me happy. Okay, next up, this book then. I didn't know what to think of it when I first saw it. I found it and I got really excited because I was like, ooh, because I love witchy kind of stuff. I don't class myself as a witch, but I love witchy style stuff. I love crystals and stuff to do with horoscopes, and I've been to clairvoyance before, but I do collect a lot of crystals myself, and I love this kind of stuff all the time. It's definitely my kind of style. I love horror and witchy stuff, so that's kind of like how I am, although I have a lot of pink glittery stuff also, so I kind of have two sides. But yeah, I ordered this book when I saw it because obviously it's got Modern Witch and then it's got like the black and white theme with the pictures on the front, so I was thinking this is going to be really cool for me to colour in. I saw obviously some pictures of the insides, and I was looking at these, I was like, oh, we can colour in like Ouija boards and little jars of things and crystals, and I do like crystals and colouring in crystals and everything. But I was actually quite disappointed by this book. This is the page that I've coloured so far, and I don't know if you can see, But behind the drawings, there's big black blocks that's darker than the rest of the page where they've printed it weird. Basically around the snakes, there's, I don't know if you can see it very well. There you go, I think you can see it. I have not made those black blocks, they were already there, and they really stand out in real life, and they're around all of the snakes, which was kind of disappointed. But I tried to look past it. I was like, well, it's not the end of the world, like we could just forget about that. But the actual page itself to colour on, I did use markers on this page. It wasn't really very nice. I was putting the colours down on the page and it wasn't picking it up very well at all. It went really pale. As you can see, you can barely see the purples. The colours just went really, really pale, and it didn't make them stand out hardly at all. So it actually really put me off colouring anymore in this book. But I will give it another go, because I don't want to give up on it yet. I just don't think the paper quality is as good as I'd hoped. And if it was, then it would be a really, really nice book for people that are into this kind of stuff, that you can feel that the pages are like really smooth. I'm going to have a go with pencils to see if that makes any difference, and I'll let you know, I guess, somewhere, probably on Facebook or something. I'll let you know how the pages take to pencils themselves, because otherwise I love the styles of these pages, I love the artwork, I love this kind of stuff. So that's the Modern Witch colouring book for adults, and it was on Amazon, so if you are interested, I'll link it down below with everything else. The front cover is so nice. It's the really soft, I don't know what you call it, it's got like the really soft covering anyway, so it's that kind of where you just want to keep stroking it. But yeah, if you're into the witchy kind of side, then this book is nice, but just be warned that it does have some weird printing things, and also pens just seem to disappear on the page. But we'll see what pencils are like, 'cause that's my main thing that I use anyway, so maybe it's going to be perfect with pencils. Okay, my next thing on the list is Christopher Robin, Winnie the Pooh. Now with this, again, I kind of made a mistake. So I saw somebody, I'm so sorry, I'm so bad with names, please don't take it personally. I've been like it my whole life, I can never remember the names of anything or anyone. But I saw a lady on YouTube colouring a Winnie the Pooh colouring book, and I loved it from the moment she started colouring it. I really wanted it, and I looked online and I could not find it in stock anywhere, in the UK at least, and I couldn't get it international either. I just couldn't find it for the life of me. So what I did is I went on Amazon and I searched for Winnie the Pooh books, and this one looked very, very similar to her colouring book, and it was like the closest one I could get to it. So I thought, well, maybe this one will be quite good then, hopefully. And I saw some of the pages and they look quite good. I'm sorry for the lighting, guys, there's nothing I can do because it's shining through the blinds, and the blinds are closed. They've moved from over here to here, so maybe it'll keep moving. But so yeah, so this is the Christopher Robin Winnie the Pooh book. It's got that really soft feel to it again, and it's a pretty thick book with a load of pages in, but the artwork inside here, some of them are just so bad. It's just not, I'm just disappointed, and I apologise if I'm offending anybody by that. I don't mean it. It's just for my preference. I don't think this book's been made properly. I feel like it's been either rushed or just, I don't know. Something's just not right about it anyway. And some of these I just wouldn't colour. Like the thing, like what I don't like about this image is that there's just a massive open background with nothing on it. So I don't like big empty spaces. I like it to be filled with something. Some of the pages are absolutely fine and I love them and I would colour them, but some of them just have like little to no detail, or it just looks like it's been really weirdly drawn, and it makes me wonder if this is a legit book, because it does cost a lot of money to get, like a Disney book, it would cost a lot of money to get a license to design a Disney colouring book, so I can imagine it would be. But like this image, for example, it's just all empty space. It's just big open sky. The trees don't have any detail to them, and the boat doesn't, and then it's just big empty water. Do you know what I mean? So I know that kind of leaves it open to a lot of people to use their imagination, but people like me that can't draw, it makes it kind of just too daunting, and I just look at it and it doesn't make me want to colour it at all. but I guess it would be perfect for people that can draw. This page is another one that I thought was very strange, and of course you can see lots of open space here of the floor with just nothing. They're kneeling there, but then what has gone on over here? There's just big black bold lines around the boulders and Winnie the Pooh's ear, and then the rest is thin black lines, so I don't understand. So yeah, I really don't recommend this book, just because there's probably a lot better Winnie the Pooh colouring books out there than this one. And I'm not trying to diss it or anything, it's just some of them just really just don't seem right. And basically I'm not going to be colouring in it probably, maybe 1 or 2 pages, but that's about it. Like stuff like this, there's no sun in the sky, there's just tree branches but no trees, so it's just like, there's just nothing. I don't know, maybe I'm just being too picky, maybe I'm being really whiny, but if you like it then that's absolutely fine. I mean, I'm sure there will be some of you that do like it out there, everyone's taste is different, but for me, I am really disappointed in this book, and I don't know, I was really excited for it, so I guess I'm just going to have to wait and try and get hold of the other one that I actually wanted. I shouldn't have rushed. Like this page here, I really just don't know. I can't make it out. I know it's probably a guy cuddling Winnie the Pooh, but you just can't make it out very well. Like, is this an arm? What's this? I don't know. Very strange. So yeah. There's a lot of colouring books in this pile that I do love. It's not all like bad doom and gloom, but this one is disappointing for me, I'm afraid. Okay, next up, this isn't like really a colouring book per se, but it is kind of along the same themes. So this is Horror Creatures, Dots, Lines and Spirals. I've been seeing these all over the place and I've always been really curious as to what they were like, basically. So I wanted to get one, and of course as soon as I saw a horror one I had to get it. You all already know, and it's a very unique style that I've never tried before, and I felt like sometimes I could see this being very annoying to do, but then other times I could see it being very relaxing. So I basically got it for those times when I just want to sit there, not think about anything, watch telly or something, just do this, just do it. So I thought it was pretty cool. Inside is basically filled with lots of horror pages. So it says like start here, and then you would just colour in all of the chunks in whatever you want to use for colour. I have started them a little bit. This one I started. I'm really bad though at keeping to the lines. I think I was using a fine liner as well, but yeah, I'm not very good at keeping to the lines. That might make it look a bit strange when it's done. At first when I was flicking through I was like, oh, they've not printed on some pages. They've missed a pages of blank, but it's not. It's because it's a double-sided page on the other side. So you can do a really, oh, that looks so weird in the camera. So yeah, there's some double page spreads. You can kind of see what it's going to be if you really look at it. It's a bit hypnotic to look at, so I do apologise if this is really making your eyes feel very weird. But if you look at the page for long enough, you can kind of see what it's going to be when you complete it, so you'll know what you're doing. Like this one is definitely the guy from The Shining. They would take a while to complete too, I think. If you didn't rush it, it could probably take a long time. But so yeah, you can get a lot of different styles of these, a lot of different themes, and obviously this one's a horror one and I really wanted to give it a go. So you can see it's full of the spiral ones, the diagonal ones and straight, and then the dot ones, so I'm pretty happy with it. I think if I got it again I would probably go with the dot ones, because it's quite a lot easier than getting in some of these really thin lines, even with fine liners. But this is quite a good book for just relaxing too, so if you're interested, again, down below. Carrying on with the horror theme then, I have got 2 Disney horror colouring books. I have no idea if these are made by Disney themselves, but obviously I love horror and Disney is pretty cute, so I got these 2. And one of the pages I really want to show you, but I really don't want to, because it might make some people upset and then other people will laugh, so I don't want to upset anybody. It's pretty rude, I think. And me and my partner were laughing at it for so long. So if you do want to see the page that I'm on about, drop me a message over on my Instagram page and I'll be happy to send you a picture of that page so you know what I'm on about. But I'm not going to show you here on the video just in case there's any children watching or it upsets anybody. I don't want to do that, I never do. So if you want to see the page that made me and my partner laugh for such a freaking long time, drop me a comment over on Instagram and I'll send you a picture. But I can't really do flip throughs because of that. I'll see which one it's in, hold on. One of these is better than the other one, so I think... So when I looked through them, I found that this one was actually a lot better than this one, in my opinion. Let me zoom out a bit, you can't see very well. From what I like a lot more pages in this one than I do that one. They're pretty good. I haven't done any colouring in either of them yet. I need to. It's not that I don't want to, I just haven't got around to it. This is the book with the picture in that I can't show you, so let me just see where it is and I'll refrain from showing it. This book, again, has the black pages on the back. Okay, I found it. I don't think I can really show you any of these images, I don't know. If you don't like seeing gory stuff or you don't like seeing anything horror-ish, then just look away for the next couple of minutes, that's all I say. Please don't comment down below and be upset with me. This is your little warning, but I know that some people will be curious to know what the artwork is like in these, so I do want to try and show you some of them, just not the one that I think is the worst. Okay, so look away now, I'm about to show you. Okay, so as you can see, some of the pages are pretty gruesome, and you could probably make them look really gruesome as well, but they're pretty they've definitely turned Disney into horror for sure, and I thought they were pretty cool. I really like the styles of them, but if you really look in depth at the pictures, it can be quite shocking as to some of the stuff that's in it, such as this, and this, but yeah, and this. I don't know, and this. So as you can see why I gave a warning. There's some pretty gruesome pictures in this book, and if you're squeamish or not into horror, then you're not going to like it, but if you are like I am, then you're going to love it. And I'm looking forward to getting started on it, but I'm probably not going to be able to really show any picture on my Instagram. I don't know, maybe I can. I don't really know what to do. I don't know. Let me know down below how you feel on this subject, like if you're happy because it's just a colouring book and a colouring picture, it's nothing too serious, or whether you just don't want to see that kind of stuff. Just let me know, I won't be offended. This is the other one. This one's a lot different to that one. It's not as gory, and I think some of the artwork isn't as good. They've all got this on the back, the cobwebs and spiders on the back of the black page, but some pages like this one, it just looks really confusing. I wouldn't know what bit is what colour, so that really put me off, and that's probably one of the reasons why the other one's a bit better than this one. I just think the style in this one's very strange and would make it super difficult to colour. I mean, some of them are okay, but some of them, like this one, I don't know, the style's just really strange, and again it's got some of the thin lines and some of the thick lines in it. I don't know how I feel about that. But basically that is the two Disney horror colouring books. I got those again on Amazon, so if you're interested, the link will be down below. Okay, next up, you can look again now if you've looked away. Something super cute and a lot more light-hearted. I got another kawaii colouring book. I already have a lot of these, but I love the kawaii stuff. I love the theme of it. I just love everything to do with it. In my planner business that I run, I do a lot of kawaii stickers because I just love it. It's just so cute. Things with faces on just make it so much cuter. And again, the reason why I got this is because I wanted something to use marker pens in, or pastels, just something with like really cute images that you don't need to take too seriously kind of thing. And I'm actually really happy with it. This is just some of their other stuff. You can see this is one that I started and I put a little sticky note to say when I finished it, which is back in March. That's how long it's been since I even showed you some stuff. As you can see, I didn't take it seriously. I just sat there, took my time and just coloured in with some felt tips basically. I didn't really make much of an effort with it. Didn't do any, well, not much shadows and highlights and stuff. I just coloured. There's a little vegetable bowl. So yeah, I like the majority of pictures in here too, so that's pretty good. There's another one with all the fruit and stuff. So if you're into kawaii, I definitely recommend. There's a lot of different kawaii colouring books out there, so take a look around at them all. There is a lot of them. Another one that I finished, just didn't take it seriously, just did it with marker pens. I've gone out the line a few times, just watching telly, and I just coloured it while I was watching it. So just went back to my childhood days of just colouring. But yeah, that's another addition to the colouring book collection, and I'm really happy with it. Okay, next up is Nickelodeon The Splat. I didn't even know this book existed. Now, this book is filled, it says colouring the 90s, and there is a lot of cartoons in here that I used to watch when I was a child, because I am a 90s baby, so that's what drew me to this. But when I was flicking through it, there wasn't as many 90s cartoons as I thought there was going to be. The main ones in here that I would colour is Ed, Edd and Eddy, what's his name, Hey Arnold, and Rugrats, basically. There's a lot in here that I don't recognise, which is very strange, because I used to watch Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon a lot when I was young, and I loved it. I loved things like Powerpuff Girls and Cow and Chicken, just all stuff like that. It was a really, really cool time for cartoons, I think. But it's still a good book nonetheless. It's quite a big one. It's basically shaped a bit like the Mythomorphia books by Kirby Razans, and it's got this really shiny splat on the front in the orange from Nickelodeon, so that's pretty cool. And then inside we basically have single-sided, but they also have these like quote things on the other side from the cartoons themselves. I loved Rugrats. I used to collect the magazines that came out every month for Rugrats when I was younger, and they had like stickers and things, and I loved it so much. We got some of these. I do remember watching that, but I don't remember what it's called. I also remember watching that too, but I don't remember what that's called either. I didn't watch those two as much. I think I've seen that once or twice, but I don't know what it is. So that's what I mean. Some of these I really don't know what they are. I did used to watch this, and I think that might be The Cowardly Dog. I'm not sure, I might be wrong. Hey Arnold. I don't know. Rugrats again. I think the main pages I will colour in here will be the Rugrats ones, to be honest. And I will be looking online at a reference picture for the colours and things. Some of them, again, are like designed a bit strange to my liking, but other than that, it's a pretty cool book. I really like it. It's got a lot of Hey Arnold stuff in it. Who remembers these? Drop a comment down below if you remember lava lamps. I used to have a pink glitter one and I loved it. But I used to get shouted at by my mum all the time. She used to be like, make sure you turn that off at night or when you leave, because they get really hot. I loved my lava lamp. I used to have a glitter ball on my roof too in my bedroom for some reason. Oh, the 90s. So yeah, it's a pretty cool book. I mean, if you recognise a lot of the cartoons, then it'll be perfect for you. I only recognise a few of them, and I don't know how I'd colour the others, but I quite like a lot of them, and I'm probably going to give them a go, maybe with markers, I'm not sure. But the Rugrats ones, for sure, I will definitely colour. Especially this one. This is my favourite page in here. It's like all the faces of the main characters are super cool, and it says, don't be a baby. Definitely Angelica quote. Okay, this book I'm about to show you is from one of my most favourite artists for colouring books. One of them. I have a few, and this is one of them. And I'm in the middle of trying to collect all of their books because they are around £10-ish each. So I do like to make sure it's when I'm ready to buy them. I have a lot on my Amazon wish list, and I'm working my way through them slowly but surely. So I think I have 3 of her books now, and this is one of the new ones in my collection. This is called Luna, and it's by Maria Troll. She does quite a few different books now, and I love them. They're super, super high quality colouring books. These are the kind that you keep forever for sure, and they're easily look afterable. They don't fall apart, not that I've found yet anyway, and they just seem like really premium styled. She has the fabric on the bind, and we have the title and the author name in silver foil, and then the back there's silver foil shiny. Maria Troll isn't English, but I got this on UK Amazon, so it's fine. She does make them for international, I think, but I just love it. I love her style. You probably would have seen a lot of my finished pages from her books on my Instagram or Ko-fi or Facebook, wherever you've seen my stuff. I do normally do a lot of her pages, and she actually has a good mixture, I think. Something that a lot of artists don't do much of that I've noticed. I think she's the first person that I've seen to do this style in her colouring books, and I actually really like it. At first I thought I wasn't going to, but when I tried it I loved it. And that is the black pages that are dotted throughout. Like the whole book isn't with the black pages, I'll show you when I get to it, but in the back she does have a list of all of the flowers that are included in the book, which I think is a really amazing addition to have to the book, because that way you can look up what they look like and colour them accordingly, and it tells you what page they're on. So even if you don't understand the words, it doesn't matter, because you can go to that page, type that into your computer, and straight away find those flowers. And I think that is an amazing thing to add to the book. But I just love her artwork in general, and this is what I mean by the black pages. So every now and again you'll come across a double page like this. It's not double spread, like it's not the same design, but it's just like 2 pages with the black backgrounds. And at first I didn't think I was going to like it, but when I tried it, it actually really helps to make your colours pop from the page, and I now love it. And these are normally the pages that I go for first. Like I normally, if I'm looking for a page to colour, I'll look at these first before I move on to the other pages, because they're also great if you don't like doing backgrounds, or if you feel like you're not very good or just don't know what to do for a background. These are great because you don't need to do a background if you don't want to, and it makes it, I felt like, even quicker to get a page finish as well, so that was quite nice. But this is her book. So this one has a lot of flowers and animals in it. It also has a little Luna. Here's one of the page finishes that I've done, which you can see on my Instagram. I did some gold around the door and the windows, and then I tried to make the fairy just like stand out a little bit, look like she was glowing and things. Yeah, this is another one that I've started. Wanted to make a bit of a rainbow woodland theme. It's also cool because my cat's called Luna, so I was like, I have to get it. There's just no other option. I have to get it. As you can see, this is one that I'm looking forward to getting stuck into. I've done some raspberries and some blueberries and some cherries. I love colouring food. If you didn't already know, I've said it before, but that's one of my most things that I get drawn to, is to colour food. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I love food in my life. I don't know. This is another finish I have in here. Again, I will show you all my page finishes in their own video, but I might as well show you as we're coming to them. That is on my social medias as well, if you wanted to look at it a bit closer up. Here's one that I've started. So basically she has the same kind of style throughout, and I love it. I love her book so much. So that is the first new one in the collection, and then this is the second new one. I do also have her something like Nightfall Garden or something. I already have that one and I loved that one, so I knew that I had to get some more. And as you can see, this one's called Nightfall by Maria Troll again. See, this one has gold foiling on it, and it has gold fabric on the edge with the, again, gold foil for the wording. And it's another one that I just love. It has the same style throughout as the other book I just showed you. All of her books do that I've come across. And I think I've done some in here, I can't remember. If not, it's because it is pretty new to me. I haven't had this one very long. I think I recently started this one. You can see I've got stuff to rub out, but I wanted to make it a bit like a love tree. But yeah, if you want to see a proper flip through, let me know and we'll work on it. I don't remember doing that, how weird. So yeah, I really love Marie Troll's books. If you couldn't tell, I love them so much. Okay, the next artist, that's another one of my all-time favourites, who has a very similar style book, is Hannah Carlson, and this is the latest one in the collection I have from her. I think this is also the third one I have of Hannah Carlson, so I now have 3 Maria Troll and 3 Hannah Carlson books, and I'm super happy about that. Again, they're all on my Amazon wishlist, so I'm just working my way through it bit by bit and just getting them over time. But this one has a really nice pale pink cover to it, and it's got gold foil on the front. It has the black fabric on the edge and gold foiling for the words. So it's a very, or it's made exactly the same as Marie Troll books. So I really like that because it's very sturdy, very thick on the front and back cover, and the side has the material. So I just love this style colouring book. It's my favourite kind of design for a book. I'm a big hardback person when it comes to reading books. This one doesn't have the black pages inside, but this is because this is Hannah Carlson and this is her style and her drawings, and I love her artwork. I've done a lot of them over time, and I love this one. Again, we could do a proper flip through if you wanted. Just make sure you zoom out. So let's do a quick flip through. This one has a lot of wildlife theme to it. She does a lot of normally like women with jewellery and like crystals and castles, just things like that. And this one's got more of a wildlife touch to it. But it's really pretty. I love it so much. I've got a page full of crystals there. I love crystals, but I always put off colouring them for ages because I want to make sure they look realistic. This is my favourite page in the whole book. As I mentioned earlier, I do like honeycomb style pages, so this one I'm definitely holding off, and I'm going to do it when I really try at it. I haven't done anything in here, I don't think. Nope, because again this is another very new one, but that is my newest Hannah Carlson book to my collection and I'm super happy about it. Okay, this book I've been looking at for a long time. I think I have Romantic Country number 2. It's either number 2 or number 3, I don't know which one, but this is number 1, and I really do like the other one that I have, so I do want to collect all 3 at some point. Now these are quite unique because at the very back you've got this fold out page that you can fold out and you can make things from it. So if you cut these out, you can actually make, like if you want to make it for yourself or if you've got kids, you can make it with your kids. It's a really lovely thing that you can do, and you can cut them out and stick them together and it'll create a cute little country scene for you, and with the little characters and things. So I think that's a really nice addition to the book, and both books that I have so far have that in it. You can see all the instructions and how it's going to look and everything here. You can even put it on the wall. Look, you can display it on the wall, you can make it so it's got a base and stands up, so I thought that's really cool and I love it. Now this book is a bit like a storybook. It has chapters in it and the pictures can just tell a story, which is awesome. It is called The Land of Beautiful Towering Castles, a fantasy colouring book. This will be linked down below like everything else. This is also a bit different because the pages are a bit creamish coloured rather than bright white, and the lines aren't super black, they're kind of like a dark brown, so they're quite easy to colour over the top and they don't stand out too much on your colouring pages if that's not what you like to see. The pages are always really detailed and I just love them. I love the style, I love their artwork, and I knew that if I liked the other one I'm probably going to like all 3 of them, so time to collect them. I am in the middle of a double page on the other one, which is a bit like this. It's like a food shop double spread, and I really enjoyed what I've done in that so far. I also like this one. So yeah, you can see this style, so beautiful. I couldn't get hold of the first one for a long time, so I'm glad that it became available. I just need to get the 3rd one now. Oh, I did start this page, as you can see. Got to finish it. Little cat. Oh, at the beginning as well, obviously there's an introduction to the book, but there's also a map, so you can kind of see the whole village and stuff, like where the story is taking place, and see a close-up of the map that you can colour in, and the second part of the map. I just think it's a really neat and cool idea. The front cover has the cover on, and then you can colour in the card, which is a bit like craft paper actually, so that'll be quite nice to colour in. So that's another extra addition to the book that you can colour, which is really cute, and it's sized like the Mythomorphia books again, so it's a good decent sized colouring book. Next up is a book that I'm sure you all already know about, but I did jump on the bandwagon and got Fragile World by Kirby Rosands, which is his newest colouring book that he's just released. And this one's full of animals, especially endangered animals, and it tells you a bit about them all at the back, and that also makes it super easy for you to look up the animal to see what they look like to use as a reference guide, so that's really awesome, which I have already done for some of them, and it's really helpful. But I love this book, just like all of his other books. I love them. There's a couple that I've started. I haven't done a lot on, I've only done a lot on one of them, and I did it on a stream on Twitch and YouTube, and I need to go in and just finish it. And then I also started some frags, but I just love them. I mean, animals I get very daunted by within to colour. I get very nervous because I don't do people and animals very well. but you just have to give it a go. It's definitely easier looking at reference pictures. This is what I did on the stream. It was a Twitch / YouTube stream a bit back now, and yeah, it took quite a long time, to be honest, because there's quite a lot of different colours in there, and I don't know if I'm super happy with it, but I'm also not disappointed in what I've done so far, because I do struggle with animals, so I'm just happy that I attempted it. We still have a lot to do. I want to do the butterflies all in different colours to make them just look like a rainbow of beautiful butterflies. So I'm looking forward to finishing that, actually. And the paper quality in this is always really good. It's lovely. I really want to do the bats as well. That's another one that I would love to do next. And I did start the frogs. A lot of people have actually done this baboon already. I don't think I'm ever going to colour the spider. I'm sure there's a spider in here. If not, there's another colour, but it's got a spider in it, and I'm never going to colour it. And this is the first page I actually started in here. Really cute frogs. And I haven't gone with the proper colour theme for the frog, but oh well, I still like it. I'm still happy with it. I'm just going to go in and finish it. But yeah, you can see he's got the same style as he has in all his books, where the pictures merge into another item, and it's amazing, and he does an amazing job. Brilliant artist, and I love all his books. So if you're interested, again, down below. Okay, next up is a book that I am going to do a flip through of for you all for one of the videos, because it's a brand new book by Tatiana Bogema, and if you know me, you know that I have nearly all of her books now. This is Nice Little Town number 11. I think I'm only missing like 1 or 2 random ones, and I need to look through them all and number them to see what ones I'm actually even missing, because I don't know. I think I even have 2 copies of number 10 because I love them so much. I just kept ordering a load because they're really cheap as well, and then didn't realise I already had that one, and just, it was a bit of a mess, but I love them, so there's a lot of them, which makes me happy. I have started one page in here, and this is the same as all her other books, so it's cute little mice in little scenes and going on adventures and just living their life in the woodlands. It's so cute, and I love these books. I like the fact that it's kind of a little scene in each one, so you can really build an image. But this is the page that I have started so far. Oh, we may colour one of the pages for a colour along video, I'm not sure yet. I do love these style pages. She's got them in a lot of the books where they're inside a tree, I'm thinking, and they have little rooms built into the tree, and it's just so cute. I just love it. So if you love mice, you will love Tatiana Bogema's colouring books. This cute one with a little torpedo submarine. So yeah, she's got a few different ones out now. I recently bought the, well, not recently, but at Halloween I brought the new Halloween one that she brought out, which was the one before this one, and I really liked that one. She also has, I think, a Christmas themed one too, so that's really cute. It's a really nice colouring book. They are normally really thin. There's not a lot of pages to them, but it doesn't matter. They're still really cute, and I still love it. Okay, this next book I have is, I'm sure you all know this one too, Worlds of Wonder by Joanna Basford. It's her newest colouring book she's just brought out. I think she's also already bringing another one out soon. That I saw somebody talking about it the other day. But this, I know, is a really popular colouring book, and I can see why. I do have nearly all of Joanna Basford's books now, I think. The only one I'm missing is the one, the ocean one. It's really hard to get hold of. I'm sure I don't have that one. I think that's the only one, but this, like, I wouldn't be unhappy if this became another Ultimate Challenge colouring book, because I love nearly all the pages in here and would be happy to attempt them all. I've already done some of them and some little bits through it, and you would have already seen some of them on my Instagram if you're over there. But I also like these really small little images that you can just sit there and play around with, but I thought it was a neat idea to add these into the book. I've done the little circus there, and we've got the little stars in the jar and everything, so that's really cute. This is the back page. It's super busy, full of flowers and butterflies, and then it's just a mixture of like really cool images. I don't know how to explain them, but I just really like it. It's very different to her other books style wise, but I really like it. It's pretty awesome. I'm not happy with that, so I've got to do something about it. That's why it's just been left. But it's really cool underwater worlds. This is one that actually blew up a bit on my Instagram, to be honest. I really didn't expect to get as much likes as I did, but it probably boomed on Instagram. Maybe it went onto a recommended page or something. I have also posted this in the Joanna Basford colouring book group on Facebook, because I was pretty happy with it. It's the first time I've tried an Aurora Sky. I know it's not, somebody told me it's not Aurora, it's something else, but I'm going to call it Aurora because I can't think. Sky. So I wanted to give it a go, and I'm not crazy happy with it. There's a lot of things that I need to do differently and that I've learnt from, but this is the first time I've tried it, so you learn from your mistakes and you move on, and that's what I'm doing. Like if I did it again, I probably would have done it going bigger, then getting smaller as it goes up. I also don't like the way these curve around, and it ended up being too thick. There's just all things like that. Also, the colours have turned the white pen pink. I need to regrow over the top of them. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. Not too bad, I guess. We've got lots of like mushrooms, and there's a lot of this in the book of like tourism kind of stuff with the postage stamps from all over, and then you've got like the tour buses, stuff like that. There's a lot of that in here, touring the world. This is another one that I like and a lot of people have coloured, but this is one that I put on my Instagram as well that I completed, and I'm actually really happy with this. I really wanted the camel to have a bright colour theme, because I feel like a lot of the blankets and things on camels, especially in the desert, are really colourful and bright. So I went with a bright pink, a teal and an orange theme for the blankets, and then just added a different colour there to change it up a bit. And then we did the circus tents on top, but I thought it turned out okay, and I'm pretty happy with this page. It was a quick completion, and I'm pretty happy with it. There's a lot of like little houses in this book. There's underwater. I really like this, but it's a really good book, and I'm really happy with it. So if you like it, again, down below. But I'm sure a lot of people already have this book. It's very popular, and there's a lot of awesome pages. This is one I started with the cakes. I know a lot of people have done this one. I've used a lot of metallic paint on there, and I don't know if I'm too happy with it. Again, the pages in this book are creamish coloured, and they're super thick and super good quality. They are double-sided, so just be careful if you use marker pens. And then we've got some more pictures on the inside there. And you can fold it out and colour it in. So that's pretty awesome. I love it so much, and I'm definitely going to be doing more in that book. My voice is literally going, I've taught that much. Yeah, I missed this one when I was going through the Hannah Carlson collection, so I'm sorry, but this is another one that I actually have, and it's not a new one that I've recently bought, so I don't know how long I've had it, so maybe I've shown it you already. It's Midnight Masquerade, one of her recently published books, and I really like it. It's one of my favourite ones of hers, and I have done a few things in here already, but not much yet. I love the artwork in this book, and it is very midnight masquerade and party and kind of fairy tale-ish, and it's really cute. I love it so much. I started colouring the donuts because, of course, there is a page in here that I have nearly completed, which I'm quite happy with how it turned out. I just need to finish it, which is this one. I'm kind of doing it as a double spread, whether it's meant to be or not, I'm not sure. But every time I look at this ice cream sundae, it makes me want ice creams. And this was the first time I really tried with the bottle to make it look see-through like glass. And it didn't turn out too bad. I've got a lot to learn, but it is the first time I have tried to do a real glass look. There's some pencil that has transferred that I've got to rub out and recolour over because there's pink there and everything. It's gone a bit messy, but I wanted the page to be pretty colourful and party like. That's why I've done all the beads or balloons or whatever they are in multicolours and everything. And then there is another page that I've recently just finished, or nearly finished, that I'm working on right now, and that's this one with a really bright kind of teal for the like the clown Joker outfit thing. And then we went with the red dots, and I did the mask in some metallic purple and gold, which I'm not too happy with. I really wish that I hadn't painted the mask now, because I don't feel like it goes very well with the teal and red, but too late now, so oh well. Also the earring is painted in a lot of the purple and gold and that, so I've just got to finish off the face and the beads. I did white out a bit of the mouth there because it curls up like that, so I just thought it was a bit strange because I wasn't sure how to go about colouring it, so I just got rid of it a bit, and then now it's dried I can colour over it. But yeah, that's Midnight Masquerade. It's thinner than her other books, but I don't mind. It's pretty cute. I'm going to speed up a bit now. So, one of the recent books that Colouring Heaven have released is The Witch's Compendium. This didn't come as part of the subscription, you have to buy it separately, and I really like it because I like witchy stuff and Halloweeny stuff, and this has basically got a lot of the witches that's been featured throughout all of their colouring books in it. So if you do like witchy themed styles that they've done, this is definitely a good book to purchase. I'll link their website down below. And yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. There's pictures from Jasmine Beckett Griffith in here, and many different artists. That's pretty cool. Some of these I obviously already have because I have the other colouring books, but some of these I don't have, so it's pretty nice to know that I have some more additions to the collection. But like I said, I do love some witchy style colouring books, so that's perfect. Next up is another book that they've just brought out that's not part of the monthly subscription, and it's Inspirational Quotes. This has some stuff in here from many different artists, and it's all in like quote form with some pictures, which is something very different for Colouring Heaven. But I really like it, and I have yet to get stuck into this book, but I definitely will. It definitely makes a change. And there is some really cool ones in here. Like I really like this one and this one. I am not afraid of storms, for I am learning how to sail on my ship. But I just really like the style of it and the images that go alongside it. So if you do enjoy colouring words and quotes and stuff, this is definitely a great book to get. There's some artwork in here also by Hannah Lynn, which is I think from her book that she has with the quotes in, which I do have in my collection. I just haven't done much in it. So yeah, this might be a great book to use marker pens on as well. But you can use whatever you like on it really. It's single side pages. Okay, the last Colouring Heaven book I have to show you is a Colourful Adventure Storybook Special. This was the monthly subscription inclusion, and it's basically a very different style to the normal books by the fact that it tells a story throughout, and you can follow the story along. It's got little paragraphs on each page, and it's all from the same artist. I think it's Jashley, yep. And it's kind of like an anime theme through, like the girl's kind of like an anime look, and it follows a story all the way through of a girl that goes on adventures. That's really awesome and unique, and it's definitely, like, once you finish this book it would be pretty cool to go through it and see the story come to life with the colours as well. Like I would probably do her in the same colour clothes on every page, that she's got the same clothes on and stuff like that, because you're on an adventure and you're telling a story, so it's pretty awesome. And I am going to get stuck into it at some point. I haven't yet. It's only just come, to be honest. It's very new, so this is a very detailed page. It's going to take a while, but it's a really like grand background behind it. You can see a tiger there. It's really cool, and it's a nice book. I like it. This next book that I got, I found by accident on Amazon, and it said on it that it used to be sold as a planner, but they're now selling it as a colouring book, and it's called Colouring Book of Shadows, which is Alchemy, Grimoire and Book of Spells by Amy Cesare. The reason why I like this book is because when I said earlier on that I like witchy kind of stuff, and I'm learning a lot more about everything to do with that, and I'm learning a lot about the moon and crystals and how to use them properly and horoscopes, just everything like that. So this book is perfect for me to not only colour in themes around that, but also to jot a lot of notes and things that I'm learning from it all, because it's a super thick book, but there's a lot of options for you to jot notes down in here as well as colour in, and I really like that about it. I really didn't know what to expect when I got it, but I'm really happy with it. If you don't like witchy stuff, I do apologise. I don't class myself as a witch or anything, I don't practice anything like that, but I do want to learn a lot more about it. So as you can see, there's a lot of pages like this with lines on for you to write stuff down. There's also images, and it does go through like a planner from January to December and goes through a lot of stuff with you. So it does kind of, it gives you a load of information. It goes through things like what you can make. It goes through some spells that people can put together. There's information about different things, and they're all based around each month and what kind of comes with that month, if you know what I mean. So I'm quite happy with it. There's a lot of every month has a page like this with the images to colour, and there's a lot of stuff about affirmations and moon stuff. There's some recipe things. There's just a lot of stuff that I can read through, learn about it, also colour and make notes, so it's perfect all in one. Plus, right at the very beginning, there's a lot of pages in this book. Right at the very beginning, there is also a really nice few pages that's my favourite part of the book, with big bits of information but also a lot to colour in. This is the Philosopher's Hand, Unlocking the Mysteries of Your Magic, and there's a lot of information here for you to read, like spellcasting basics and how to use the tools and what to use and how to not break the rules. A lot of information to read through, which is great. But there's also these things. So there's moon gardening, so it's learning about the different phases of the moons and what they mean and how they relate to star signs. So this is a really nice page to put a lot of colour to and colour. Because I think I'm going to colour each of these into their own birthstone colours, which might be quite cool. And then we have the chakras on this page and the wheel of the year. So the chakras, different parts of your body and what the colours mean. So that's also really cool. That's going to be a bright, colourful page when you finish with that one. Here we have more to do with the moon phases and like the waxing of the moon, everything. I don't know a lot about it just yet, but like I say, I am learning and looking more into all of it. So this is going to be a really useful book, and to say that I can learn as I colour is also amazing. But that's a lot again for you to colour in on this page. And then there's this page all about zodiacs and star signs and the days and dates that they run through from and to, and all about astrology. Then we have the seasons and information about that, and then we have Wheel of the Year again. It's kind of like life, death and rebirth, working with the seasons and Wheel of the Year. And then this is basically an introductory page, so that's another picture for you to colour, and then a lot of information here about spiritual alchemy, more spiritual alchemy, and I think, what's this? Hail and welcome to your magical life. Wield thy power, which you wonderful magical year. How to use this book. So there you go, introduction to the book. And then there's some stuff here about tarot cards, and there's a cute page here to colour. So I just really like this book. I'm really happy with it, and I'm pleasantly surprised. And it is something that you can use as a planner. You can use it through month because it is in sections and teaches you things that happen each month in that kind of world. And yeah, I'm just really happy with it, so I'm definitely going to be using this at some point. I think we're finally on the last book, the last thing. We're at the end of the video, and it is this Mythographic Paradise book. This isn't brand new. I've had it a couple of months, I think, but I haven't shown it you, I don't think. So here it is, and it's Paradise, an artist's colouring book of glorious worlds and hidden objects. So it's very much like a hidden object book where you can find stuff on every page, which is kind of like the Mythomorphia pages. But it's also a very unique book. It has the borders around the edge, and the pictures and artwork are just very unique and very busy as well. So if you like this kind of thing, this book will be great for you. It does have a lot of the same kind of style like Kirby Roseanne's, with the things merging together. I know it is called very similar, mythographic, and there's a lot of things with things merging together. So we've got a beach here, but the seaside's kind of through the glass, like inside as the water. Yeah, it's a very fun-filled book for sure. There's a lot of detail in it. The pages seem quite sturdy and very thick, almost card-like. They're single-sided, and I like the fact that they actually have the border around the edges too, because you could probably maybe do each border a different colour, or do them all the same colour and give it like a theme throughout. I love this one with the unicorn and the crystals. Just randomly a tooth. One of the missing objects, no doubt. And then we've got like a space themed one, but it's in the water underneath the boat. So yeah, it's a very unique book. I haven't done anything in it yet. It's a very daunting book, to be honest. It's there's a lot of detail to each page, which is what I do like in a colouring book. But you've got to make sure you're committed to the page, I think. And yeah, it's very awesome. It's got the soft feel cover again, and it's got some matte gold foiling on it, and a lot of information on the back. So again, if you are interested in this book, link is down below. But I think we've finally reached the end of this video, and I'm sure you'll all be pretty happy about that, because it's a very long one. I'm at an hour and a half of filming, but that will be cut down with the editing. I hope you all enjoyed this video. It's well overdue, and it's basically stuff I've been collecting for a long time, a good few months, since last year, no doubt, like the last few months of last year included. So please don't think this is what I typically buy in like a day, because I really don't. It's collected over a long time. I just like to have a big bulk of stuff all together ready to show you and share with you. If you do want to know any more information about anything I've shown you in this video, feel free to drop a comment in the comment section down below, or if you want to keep it private, then feel free to drop me a message on Instagram or Facebook. If you are interested in joining our Facebook group or saying hello on Ko-fi or Instagram or anywhere like that, all my social medias are linked down below. If you are still here on the video, then thank you so much for being here with me today. Please make sure you hit that like button. Also, please consider hitting the subscribe and joining us on this crafty journey. We would love to have you on board, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye!